Thanks for joining us. Get ready for the NBA here on 2K Sports. Friday Hoops Fest.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is a quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. First for Boston, Kemba Walker is out there with Smart. And in the middle, standing 6'11", 270, the talented scorer and rebounder out of Turkey, the big man, Enes Kanter. Then there's Brown. And looking at the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with McCollum. And they've got Hassan Whiteside, the rangy 7-footer out of Marshall, holding down the center position. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Anthony in at the 4 spot. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Smart with the ball. The dish to Kanter. The kick out to Brown. Cut the line by Boston. Tatum. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Portland with the ball.
You know, it's always strange to see how a team will react when they lose one of their biggest stars. Last season, the Celtics were thought to be dead in the water when Rondo tore his ACL, but they actually rallied and went on a winning streak after the injury.
Now, very solid offensive execution out there.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, the head coach for the Portland Trailblazers gave me just a couple of minutes. Coach said a main goal of theirs is to prevent easy looks from outside. He told me closing out hard on all their shooters is going to be a very big key in this one. If we can't bother their shooters, it's going to be an awfully long 4 quarters for us, gentlemen. We'll see how it turns out, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Devising a strategy, Clark, to take away that three-point shot.
Yeah, I think it's an important part of your defensive game plan because teams nowadays are just too good to not defend them from behind the three-point line.
And that one's good. Well, Clark, as you said with Rondo and the Celtics, they would go on to win the next 7 right after his injury. And overall, Steve played better than expected the rest of the way.
Sometimes that's the way these things go, Kevin. A star player goes down, everybody else kind of steps up, and instead of feeling sorry for themselves, they use it as a rallying cry. And all those role players for Boston really picked up the extra slack, and I thought they made a great push to end that season after the Rondo injury.
That one from long range. Smart's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Trailblazers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Dishes to McCollum. Lets it go with a 3. That's the bucket. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
Well, Blazers coach Terry Stotts is a branch on the tree of head coach George Karl, and that's a pretty good tree to be on. In his playing days, Karl coached Stotts in the CBA, and actually Stotts had a pretty good career in Europe.
Knocked loose. Stolen by McCollum. Brown against Ariza. And the layup's good off the glass. Ariza's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
And for Terry Stotts, after his playing days, he coached as an assistant under George Karl, both in the CBA and then with the Sonics and the Bucks.
And over 2 decades of coaching experience, Kevin. This is his 6th season overall as an NBA head coach. Remember, he coached the Hawks as well as the head man. But I thought did a nice job with Portland last season.
Up top, Brown, defended by McCollum. Walker's shot is off. The Trailblazers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Anthony lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And they are cooking, on fire right now, really flowing well.
Boston's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame.
Well, Trevor Ariza is not really a great offensive player. I mean, but defensively now, that's a different story. He's a stopper. He's got good length and athleticism. And I like the intensity he plays with. This is a guy that only played 1 year of college basketball. He's made a nice career for himself in the NBA.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Portland trailing here. Now Lillard. Lillard left side. Redishes it to Whiteside. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Feeds it to Kanter. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And for Ariza, you remember that postseason with the Lakers, Steve, back in 2009? He shot the lights out.
Yeah, and you wondered at that time whether the light had really come on for him offensively. But you know, I think he's still a player who's best suited rebounding, defending, being a hustle guy, an energy player. And when he makes shots, it's just kind of gravy. But really, it's about everything else with him.
Good description. Now here's Smart. Defended by McCollum. He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation. Trailblazers trail by 4. Now here's Lillard. The feed now to McCollum. Back to Lillard. He passes to McCollum. Clock at 6. Ariza outside. Launches a 3. The shot misses. Boston leading by 4. Tatum defended by McCollum. Nice step back to get it off. He has 7.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
That's good.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Now here's Smart. Smart off a pick from Cantor. Smart kicks to Walker. Knocks down the 3 ball. Walker's got 5 now.
Boy, Kevin, I like the way they've come out here. I mean, they're shooting it well and with confidence from outside. Just a good, strong start for them.
Kicks it to McCollum. 18 feet out. No good. And the Celtics going the other way now. Outside, Walker. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Boy, it really does come down to confidence sometimes, doesn't it?
Boy, Kevin, you said a mouthful there. Confidence, such a thin line, because when you're confident and you're feeling it, then you tend to knock shots down comfortably. But when it's the opposite, then you start thinking about it, and that's no way to play the game.
Everything's going haywire then.
Yeah, exactly.
Oof. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You know, at 33 and 49 on the season last year, the Blazers were well below 500, but they were a 500 team against the Eastern Conference.
Celtics making a switch here. Trailblazers trail by 9. McCollum with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. And Lillard gets to Ariza. Good on the 3-point shot. Ariza's got his second bucket tonight. Portland, as you said, was 500 against the East last season. They were 15 up and 15 down. You know, you look at how other teams with that record fared against the East, and Steve, 500 isn't bad.
Well, usually when you finish 16 games under 500 for the season, as the Blazers did, you don't go 500 against either conference. But you know, they happen to just have a good matchup, apparently, with a lot of their Eastern opponents, and they did pretty well. Well, his body control is what I noticed. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play. Even with a defender draped all over, he's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
You know, something else with him, you can't forget about his skill as a pull-up shooter. I mean, you give him too much room, and he won't hesitate for a second to raise up and spray you with that J.
Right side, good.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Walker against Lillard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 7. Ariza passes to Lillard. McCollum hammers the alley-oop through.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
So it's the Celtics now. After the made shot from McCollum, he hits Brown with the drive. 8 feet away. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
And Lillard kicks to McCullough. Portland moving the ball around. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And when Melo attacks off the dribble, I think that's when he's really at his best. He's got excellent ball handling skills and footwork for a player of his size. And whether putting the ball in his hands in the pick and rolls or just isoing him in that pinch post area, he is very tough to defend when he gets ahead of steam going.
And for Carmelo, attacking the rim makes a lot of sense. His three-point shot has been streaky over the years, but he looks like he's at least trying, Steve, to diversify his offense.
Well, I think he needs to attack more often. He can settle for threes. Sometimes he has a tendency to do that, but he's so strong and so quick that I think he's best suited when he really attacks the hole and gets to the foul line.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. Now here's Smart, defended by Simon. Tatum carries it from three-point range. 13 points in the game. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Boston.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Now here's Walker after the miss from Simon.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
They set the pick. Back to Anthony. Dunnigan. Rebounded by the Celtics.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Smart dishes to Brown. Tries from 7. That one goes. Count it. And it's a 9-point Celtic lead. Portland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Steps back and fires. Blocked. They get it back. Good. And now the first timeout called here for Boston. Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Celtics leading by 7. He kicks to Hayward. Can't get it to go. And it's Portland the other way. Trent, he's guarded by Williams. Pass to Little. Here's Simon. No good from outside. Passes it to Edwards. Portland grabs the miss.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now Hayward. After the miss 3 from Edwards. And it's good. There's 1:26 left to play here in the first. Doubled by Hayward. The pass to Simon for 3, and that one's good.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Edwards passes to Smart. Hayward puts up a 3. That's good. Hayward's got 5 points so far.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Portland with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Pass to Simon. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are, look at them, they are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
That's what those alley-oops do, though. Well, that's the easiest opportunity an offense can get off a steal.
Exactly. No defense for that.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know, even though it was a down year for the Blazers in terms of their overall record last year, they still enjoyed quite a bit of success at home. It's one of the better home court advantages in the league.
.34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. There's a screen by Williams. Off the pick. Ruffles off the pick and hammers it home.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
And that one falls for Williams. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. No one near him. The shot misses.
Tell you what, if there's success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
Here is Hayward. Gets it off. And no good trying to get that one. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Celtics lead by 8. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
Boston leading by 8. Six to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Gentlemen, even though Damian Lillard won last year's Rookie of the Year award, he didn't rest on his laurels. This offseason, he trained with NBA legend Gary Payton, working almost exclusively on his defense. Lillard said it's a responsibility for him to live up to the great Oakland point guards of the past, adding, quote, Jason Kidd, GP, B. Shaw, those guys were great defenders. I want to let people see that in Oakland, we lock people up. That's one of the reasons they get the respect they do. I gotta play to their level. Kevin, big shoes to fill, but he's off to a great start.
He's surprised a lot of people with how well he's done. Thanks, Doris.
And Kevin, when the opposing team is bringing the ball up, they can't get careless when he's on the floor because he will pounce on a lazy pass or a lazy dribble, and he'll be heading the other way in a heartbeat.
And here's something else, Steve. He invites contact when he's attacking the rim. He doesn't try to finesse his way through anything. He's going through bodies.
First one falls for him.
Not many teams, guys, in the East did very well against the West last season. And that in mind, you could call Boston's 14-16 record against the conference better than most.
Boston making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And for the Celtics against the West, even in the shortened season, they were having a lot of trouble with some of the bigger lineups, Steve. More of the up-tempo teams out west.
Well, the Celtics were old and a little bit small, too. Kevin Garnett played center last year, so they played a lot of small lineups. And when you're small and you're old, sometimes, that's going to cost you, particularly on the road.
Brown. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
You knew that at some point the window for the group of Celtics that had won a title was going to close. I mean, it was inevitable. But last year it seemed like they were going to go for one last hurrah as they added some depth and looked to reload for another run.
Poked away. He feeds it to Walker. Shot clock at 6. Ariza with the rebound. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 9-1 run right now. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And getting back to the Celtics and Rondo's injury, a lot of people expected them to start the rebuilding process. Ended up standing pat at the deadline, Steve. Even though there was, it seemed, a lot of interest.
You want to give that group, KG and Pierce and Rondo, you want to give them another run. And they had their last hurrah. They didn't get it finished. And now you start the rebuilding project. So a lot of trades, a lot of movement over the summer. But I like the fact that they gave that club one more run.
The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Walker. Ring shot on the way. Gabriel with the rebound.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
The dish to Lillard. Feet out and he hits it. Lillard's got 6.
He'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Walker gets a screen from Cantor. And Walker kicks to Cantor. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here. Because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Brown, good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Here is Hayward. He has 5. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Portland.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
McCollum gets the release. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in.
For now, the Trailblazers are still the basketball team in the Pacific Northwest. Seattle made a strong push to acquire the Kings, made a record bid, but the owners decided that Sacramento had done its part to keep the Kings, and so Seattle has to wait. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Dishes it to McCollum. But they get it back. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. And that's 10 points for Ariza.
With that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
And Clark, going back, the Blazers, one of 3 teams in the Pacific Northwest. You also had the Sonics in Seattle and, Steve, the Vancouver Grizzlies.
And I think those 2 cities, particularly Seattle, Kevin, are strong contenders for NBA franchise. Of course, Seattle almost ended up with the Sacramento Kings, but when Sacramento was awarded the franchise, a lot of people felt like it was only a matter of time before Seattle would be granted an expansion team.
Walker goes in, working to end the run, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And a big improvement for Kemba Walker last season just because of his ability to be more efficient as a scorer. And a lot of that was just becoming more confident with his shot.
And for Walker, better shooting percentages, Clark, from every distance last season.
And you always love to see that kind of improvement, Kevin. By player efficiency rating, the 8th best point guard in the league. Now, I don't like to get too enamored with those numbers, but there's some substance to those. You know, guys, Portland had one of the worst benches in the history of the league last season. You know, they didn't get much contribution there. It was almost like they went into every game playing 5 versus 12.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 9.
Most of the time, that shot will go down, or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Tatum. Nice touch on the bank shot. He's got 15. Well, as Clark was talking about when referring to the Blazers, the bench scoring was a big problem for him as they didn't have anyone really outside their starting 5 that Steve could be counted on for 7 points or more a game.
Yeah, look, the NBA game is 48 minutes long. It's tough to survive for those full 4 quarters when you have no offensive punch off the bench. But I think this offseason they added a lot of firepower, a lot of scoring in reserve, and we'll see if that makes a difference for this team this year.
Offline from the top of the key. Trailblazers leading by 5. He dishes it to McCollum. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Oh, and a dunk by Ariza.
Terrible transition defense there.
I think it would have been pointless, Steve. There was no way anybody was beating him to the basket there.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Well, you know, last season I think officially brought the immediate championship aspirations of the Celtics to a close. The 7th seed in the East, dispatched in the first round by the Knicks. The rebuild was on in full cycle.
Boston making some changes. Ennis Cantor's checked in for Williams. Hayward comes in for Brown. And Smart subbed in for Kemba Walker. Here's Smart. Not enough on that one as it misses. And back to the Celtics, making the playoffs, sure, but, you know, not like Steve back in 08 or 2010.
Well, this has been a phenomenal era, for, you know, with KG and Pierce.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Here is Lillard. 8 points for him. Whiteside, good.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Smart. Not a lot of room. For 3, Hayward. Here's Cantor. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the basket by McCollum. And it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Boston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Hayward off the bench from Cantor. Tatum. Here's Smart. Goes back up. Great D that time from Damian Lillard. Portland's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And this year that one drops. 14 points for Ariza.
They really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Feeds to Whiteside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, when you're an older team and you try to milk every possession, you've got to be more efficient. And you know, over the past few years, the Celtics have failed to grab offensive rebounds, and that problem was not corrected during their disappointing 12-13 season.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Well, Clark, as you said, the Celtics just didn't grab any offensive rebounds at all this last season. Dead last in the entire league in that regard. Instead, they're getting, what, about 8 a game.
That's been the case with the Celtics for about the past 4 or 5 years. They've never been a team that concentrated on offensive rebounds, partly because they wanted good transition defense, so they didn't send more than 1 or 2 guys to the offensive glass.
Good. He's got 17.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
It's Ariza on the wing. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, with him, what immediately comes to mind is the long-range shooting. I mean, he can knock down shots from anywhere, and, of course, that forces the defense to locate him at all times.
And he also loves to jump into the passing lanes and pick you off. I mean, he likes to shoot the gap. It backfires on occasion, but like a great base runner, he seems to pick his spots pretty well.
Trailblazers leading by 15, and there's the feed to Lillard. A finger roll finish at the bucket. Lillard's got 10.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Now here's Smart, defended by Lillard. Launches it. Can't hit, and it's Portland the other way.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Ariza, he passes to Carmelo. Lillard attacking, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Brown is checked in for the Celtics. Kemba Walker comes in for Gordon Hayward. Boston on D. 17-point game. Rejected by Walker, and he's able to get it back. And Count Boston is fouled. And he's going to the line for one more. That's going to send Damian Lillard to the free throw line. Kemba Walker picks one up. Portland shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. That free throw good from Lillard. Celtics trail by 20. 1:58 left now here in the second. Back to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Kicks to Walker. Shot clock at 5. And that time, also a missed shot.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Anthony with the screen on Walker. The Trailblazers making a switch here. The Celtics shooting from the field, 44%, not bad.
And you look at Trevor Ariza out of UCLA. He's a rangy defender on the perimeter. And his outside shot may be a little streaky, but defensively, that's really his forte on that side of the floor. He gets after it, makes a lot of hustle plays.
McCollum kicks to Whiteside. Shot's good from Little.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
Lillard against Walker. Tatum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight.
And, you know, thinking about Ariza, it makes sense to be selective offensively for him. I mean, he looks to be a 3-and-D guy and finish around the rim. When he tries to become an isolation scorer, I think sometimes he gets himself in trouble.
And Damian Lillard with the jam. Clark, can you believe it? A point guard who can soar like that?
Man, I tell you what, that's some major elevation there. That's a power finish for a player at any position.
Well, he is not afraid to take it inside. We know that.
Number 37. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 21. Lillard outside. Back to Anthony. With 1 on the clock. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Portland out in front, just dominating this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Now, presented by Sprint. It's Wednesday night at the 2K Sports Studio, and this is the halftime report. Portland with the lead against Boston. And if you like scoring, you love their first half of basketball. They're putting up points, doing it rapidly, in a variety of ways. It's hard to slow them down. Damian Lillard has been going at it effortlessly against the Celtics. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. On the other side, the Celtics have not gotten off to a good start. The story of turnovers hasn't been a good one for them so far. It's really hurt to this point. Too casual with their possessions. Kemba Walker struggling a bit early on. An unsightly, untimely shooting percentage. Ugly game. Now let's get back over to Kevin Harlan and the rest of our crew as the second half gets underway.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Celtics trail by 21. Smart with the ball. Tatum. It's stolen by Anthony. Lillard attacking outside Anthony. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Backs down. Five to shoot. He kicks to McCollum. Takes the three. Gets it to go. McCollum's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Trailblazers.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Wide open look. Jump shot is good that time. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Lillard against Walker. Fires the three. Rebound Boston. Brown's got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's the screen. Smart with the ball. Anthony on him. Lets it fly. And it's Boston with another. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Anthony sends the pick for McCollum. He's feeling it. Misses off the right iron.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. The Celtics have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Trailblazers leading by 18. Lillard dishes to Carmelo. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Anthony's got 5 now.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Now Smart. He's got 8, and Walker kicks to Smart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. He's got 11.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Passes it to Whiteside. He feeds it to McCollum. And the pass to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. And the shot is good.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Celtics trail by 20. Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know, all coaches hate defensively when you give up easy points in the paint. That's inexcusable. So that's the reason for this timeout here.
I think it came down to the fact they were getting beat inside, and that's why the coach called timeout. They were not winning the battle inside.
Tatum covered by Anthony. That's a two-pointer from Walker, and it's Boston with another.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Lillard against Walker. Lillard gets the screen from Anthony. Lillard the pass to Carmelo. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Brown sets a screen for Walker. Shoots it up. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Now a timeout called by Portland. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Right at the free throw line. Rebounded by the Celtics.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Smart kicks to Brown. Rejected by Ariza. Here's McCollum. Now here's Walker. 13 points in the game. Nice shot by Smart.
You know, when you have the speed that Kemba Walker does, it's very tough for defenders to stay in front of you. Then you add the incredible ball handling skills. You can see why he blossomed last year.
Right side, the pass to McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Celtics trail by 17. It's Brown with the drive. Pass to Smart. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Walker. The dish now to Smart. Back to Walker. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trailblazers leading by 17. Steve, you mentioned Walker's speed and tight handle. Last season, he did a much better job, Clark, of taking advantage and then finishing around the rim.
Yeah, I think in his second season, he was able to figure out how to adjust to the NBA size. And one thing he's always done well is take care of the basketball. The way he keeps it on the string, really got a rush hour type handle. Very steady with the ball in his hand and never lacks for confidence either.
Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Simon. Fires from the corner, and the jumper falls for him. 8 points for him. Celtics trail by 19. Here's Smart. 14 points for him. Brown outside. Pass to Walker. The three. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
but the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open look.
Here's Walker. He's got 16. Right side to Walker. Inside. Tries to save it. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Brown. The kick out to Walker. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Williams is checked in for the Celtics. Edwards comes in for Smart. Trailblazers leading by 18. Lillard outside. Dishes it to Carmelo. And that is good. Anthony's got 9.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Boston making a switch here. He dishes it to Walker. Feeds it to Cantor. They'll get another chance. Kicks it to Lillard. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Williams is checked in for Enes Kanter. The Celtics have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Walker goes in. Stolen away, and it's the Trailblazers on the break. The feed to Lillard. Here's Simon. Offline with his 3. Boston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's Walker. Here's Williams. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
Portland leading by 21.
Who's got ball?
He kicks it to Carmelo. He passes it to Simon. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. Carmelo Anthony, and that's good. Anthony's got 9 points here in the second half. For Boston, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. And Walker kicks to Williams. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous, stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
Dunnigan, he's guarded by Williams. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. 14 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
The pass to Williams. Right side, Williams. He feeds it to Walker. Right side to Walker. Here's Williams. Makes it off the glass. Williams has got 6. Trailblazers leading by 22. Lillard outside. Shot's good. Lillard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Williams fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Williams has got his second basket of the night. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
There's no agenda. I mean, the ball's just moving to whoever is open. And as a result, they've kind of developed a clicking kind of pace to their game. It's been fun to watch.
Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 25 points in the game.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Tatum. And it's Boston with another.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Portland leading by 22. There's a minute left to play here in the third. Pass to Simon. Tries it from 19, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
That's really set them apart today, guys. That success from the mid-range.
Well, these are two teams that clearly you've seen the difference in offensive philosophies here.
From deep, Walker. The offensive rebound. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Here's Simon. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
He's been a different guy in the second half, guys. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Up top, Walker. Defended by Simon. Walker gets a screen from Williams. Tatum. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Well, he almost always cashes in when he gets to the line. He was about 86% from the free throw line last season.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
The first free throw is good. The Celtics making a switch here. Both good from the line that time. Here's Lillard. The shot is off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Trailblazers delivering the blowout. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Portland leading by 22. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Boston shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. And here's Hayward. There's the dish to Cantor. Backing in. 6 to shoot. Puts up the baby hook. And the shot is good. Cantor's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Celtics. McCollum with the ball. it's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Brown gets a screen from Hayward. Cantor with it. Now defended by McCollum. Passes it to Brown. Floats one. Rebounded by McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Anthony. Anthony left side. Dunnigan. Pass to McCollum. Stolen by Smart. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Celtics making a switch here. Stolen by Cantor. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Walker against Lillard. Leads him in there. Clock at 6. Here's Little. It's rebounded by Smart. Smart's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Nice ball movement by Boston. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Cantor's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, Kevin, he never gives up on a play. That's what I love about him. He just is one of those guys who will bring effort and energy the entire 48 minutes.
And he really is a tough guy to go up against because he throws his weight around so often and with reckless abandon. I mean, it can really wear you down physically.
To stop the drought, here's Lillard. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Lillard has been playing really well. 25 points and 8 dimes. He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
Yeah, he's been rock solid throughout this game and really been a big factor in this offensive performance for his team.
And the first one at the line is good. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Free throws good from Lillard. Celtics trail by 18. Hayward dishes to Walker. They get it back.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
Here's Anthony. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Anthony's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Dishes it to Hayward. Back to Walker. Misses the 3.
Well, ever since the second half started, he's been ice cold. Very little going his way right now.
Here's Little. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Hayward passes to Cantor. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Well, the latest weight loss story for a big man is Enes Kanter. After his rookie season, he decided it would be best to slim down and add some speed to his game. And the word is he shed almost 50 pounds before the start of last year.
And that one misses. You talk about the weight loss for Cantor, even slimming down 50 pounds. Clarkie still comes in over 240 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of LBs, but it's packed differently now, and he's got a huge frame for such a young player. Physically imposing, dislocated his shoulder late last season and underwent surgery, so we'll see how the rehab goes with that. But, you know, I think he's built to bang and to last and to have an impact.
Now McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Gives him the lead pass. Right side, good.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
From deep, Walker. That's good. Walker's got 19 points.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. It gave him a wide open look there.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. He dishes it to Whiteside. That's good. Whiteside's got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Smart. Feeds to Walker. Kicks it to Smart. Back to Walker. And there are the Celtics with another basket. Now, here's Lillard. Just one more assist and he'll have the double-double.
I love the awareness he's showing in the half court tonight.
Gets it to go.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. He may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now as the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. To the middle, Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Offensive rebound, right side. Some solid defense from Enes Kanter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Here's Lillard. He's doing a great job of setting the table.
Room service dime showing you that nice peripheral vision of his.
Yeah, he is just one away from having a double-figure assist total for the game. Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And so it's Boston with it. And Walker kicks to Smart. Tatum covered by Anthony. Tatum gets it to go. He's got 32.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Trailblazers leading by 16. Lillard attacking. Right side. He's against Kanter. Let's go. Portland again missing. Now here's Smart. He's guarded closer. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Smart's got 10 points in just the second half. For Portland, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. McCollum kicks to Lillard. There's the triple. Cannot hit. Celtics trail by 14. Now the feed to Smart. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Boy, they've looked good in the open floor today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, they've been doing the right thing, Steve. Anytime they've had numbers, they've gone straight up court with it right away. Boom.
Hayward dishes to Walker. Tatum. The shot no good. And it's Portland the other way. Lillard outside. McCollum. That's good. McCollum's got 20 points.
Well, this is what he does. Shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
Tatum defended by McCollum. Tatum uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 34.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Now here's McCollum, defended by Smart. And here's Whiteside. Just 5 on the clock. McCollum, defended by Smart. Step back shot. And again, it's Portland converting.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Celtics trail by 18. Hayward with the ball. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense. Kind of a little interesting factoid here for Gordon Hayward. If you look at his three-point percentage, he's shot great in seasons that end in odd numbers and poorly in the even-numbered years. That goes all the way back to his days at Butler.
And Clark, as I look at the stat sheet, you know, you're exactly right. For Hayward in 2013, 2011, and 2009, he shot over 40% from 3, but in 2010, he shot 29%. In 2012, just 35% from long range.
Is that what you do, like when you're at home and you have some free time? You look at odd-numbered years versus even-numbered years on three-point percentage?
Yes.
Yeah, that must be
I'm
fun.
all over it.
Gosh.
Yeah, right. Tatum. And another basket for Boston.
They're doing their best to erase the deficit here with some smart passes and some good shooting. I mean, those two things go hand in hand. If you're going to make shots, then the passes have to be on target and on time.
Lillard against Walker. 7-foot shot. Right side, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 15. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, the head coach for the Celtics, had some instruction for his guys during that break. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
And thank you for that, Doris. Hit his leg. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. Knocks it loose. That's a two-pointer from Walker. And again, it's Boston converting. Now Lillard. Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
.157 left here in the fourth quarter. Anthony sets the pick for Lillard. They get it again. Tries again. Can't capitalize inside. Celtics trail by 13. Smart kicks to Walker. From the baseline. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Right side, the pass to McCollum. Lillard outside. He passes to Whiteside. Stolen by Smart. It's Brown with the drive. That's good. 25 points for Kemba Walker.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Yeah, well, 10 of their last 12 points have come off of assists.
Trailblazers leading by 11. Lillard outside. Anthony with the screen on Walker. And Lillard gets double-teamed and taken away by Brown. All alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
That could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. McCollum dishes to Whiteside. And the basket by McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted. Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
There's the pick. For the three. That's good.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Back to Walker. Celtics passing it around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Knocked away. Stolen by Walker. Plays it in off the breakaway.
That's exactly what you want coming off a steal. Get into transition, find an easy basket.
Yes, sir. The ideal fast break opportunity there.
Lillard with it. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.